Sometimes homemaking feels harder than it should. We want our homes to run smoothly, but most of us are juggling so much: work, kids, meals, and the everyday things that just never stop. Today, I want to share how the index card system has been helping me, and also talk through a few common myths I've heard about. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're joining me today. While I'm sharing these myths, I'm going to be working on cleaning up a few spaces in my home. So if you need a body double to clean alongside, then grab your earbud and hop up and start cleaning. Of course, get yourself something to drink if you need, a big glass of water or a cup of tea or coffee. And we're going to be talking about some of these myths as I go through my cleaning for the day. Myth number 1, it's too overwhelming to start. I'll be honest, I thought about this system for weeks before I ever started. I even listened to the book more than once because I wasn't sure if it would feel overwhelming. And yes, setting it up took some time and energy, but once I got going, I found a rhythm that actually works with my life and energy on any given day. The key I have found is to take things slowly. I started out with my list of all the things I possibly could think of that would need to be done around my home. But when it came time to actually write out the cards, I chose the most important things, the things that were really on my mind and weighing heavily, trying to keep up with them or seeing them often and thinking I needed to do them. So I narrowed each area of the home down to just a handful of cards that felt like they would be the most impactful. And that is one of my favorite tips to share with people when they're thinking about starting the system. Break it down to the simplest thing that would help you feel the most confident and successful as you go in. It could be things like keeping your sink clear by the end of the day, or making the bed every morning. You know yourself and what habits you've been working on for a long time, or what areas of your home that you keep seeing and never seem to get around to. So pick a few of those that would really make a difference if you could keep up with it on the regular basis that you're planning for yourself. The other thing to keep in mind is you can add to this system as you go, and I've mentioned this before that the best way I have found is just to keep that list, and as you set up new cards, add them to your list so that you can remember you wrote out the card, and then you'll slowly build the system and the habit as you go along rather than trying to make a huge stack of cards that you're going to start out with from the beginning. Myth number 2, you have to follow it perfectly every day. I don't follow it perfectly, and that's the beauty of it. Some days I skip cards, other days I do more. Some weeks I don't look at the cards for several days in a row. The system waits for me. I can always come back, pick up where I left off, and still feel accomplished. Even better, I get those little dopamine boosts from finishing a task and filing the card back. And that's what keeps me motivated to return to it. The added benefit I have found is I am building habits as I go through my cards day to day and week to week. And that is one of the benefits that I didn't even realize would be happening. The more I use the cards, I start to know what tasks need to be done on a regular basis. And instead of thinking, oh, I need to add that to my to-do list, or I'm not sure when I'll have time, I find myself more often just doing the task because I know it will only take a few minutes. These cards have taken the concept of getting a task done out of my head and out of my planner in taking it into action instead of thinking about it. Something about having the card tell me what to do makes me overthink less and instead just feel like I can get up and get it done. Myth number 3, it's just for super organized people. This is one of my favorite myths to bust because even though I try hard on a daily basis to be super organized, it really isn't something that comes naturally to me, and my entire life I feel like I've been working to get better at it. Honestly, I used to spend so much time rewriting chores in my planner week after week. By the time I finished writing it all out, I didn't have the energy to actually do the work. But the cards have solved that. Now, the repetitive home chores live in the card system, and my planner is freed up for what I really want to use it for: scheduling appointments and work tasks, tracking and working toward goals, and keeping the big picture of what my life looks like beyond just my home tasks. That shift gave me back both time and brain space. As I've gone through life and gotten a little older, one of the things I realized is it's not so much about what strengths and weaknesses we have. It really is about our perseverance and determination. So even if you think you're not an organized person, going through the cards little by little in baby steps really can help you build some habits and routines that help you feel more organized. In the end, there isn't a perfect goal we're working towards. We're just trying to feel a little better about how we keep up with our homes and a little less overwhelmed as we go throughout our day. So whether you think you're an organized person or not, giving the system a try just in small baby steps might be exactly what you need. And this ties in nicely with myth number 4. It won't work if you're sidetracked. I often say I'm a sidetracked home executive myself. I get distracted easily, I leave messes behind me if I'm not careful and paying attention, and routines don't always stick. But the cards have been different. They bring novelty because the cards rotate and change, and they let me play pretend, almost like I'm stepping into the role of an organized home executive for the day. It's fun, and it keeps me coming back. And don't forget, Pam and Peggy, the sisters who created the system, called themselves Sidetracked Home Executives. So they probably struggled with the same things you and I do, getting distracted, starting on the fun projects before we finish the work that needs to be done for the day, leaving things half finished, and creating messes as we go along. So when they built this system, they had all of those same struggles and challenges that we do. And that's why I think the system works so well for those of us that consider ourselves to be a little sidetracked. I think it comes down to knowing yourself. In my journey as an adult and a wife and a homemaker and a mother, I know there are lots of seasons And I've learned that sometimes I need to make whatever task I'm doing a little more enjoyable. It could be calling a friend or a family member and having a nice chat while I'm doing that boring task. It could be putting on a favorite YouTube channel or a favorite movie on my phone and just listening as I go through doing the boring and mundane things that need to get done. So part of what I think can help each of us is to, first of all, have grace with ourselves. Don't expect perfection. Realize that each of us is struggling, no matter how pretty it might look online and in videos and all the pictures you see. But each of us has our own challenges we're going through. So if you can keep that in mind and just try to do the best you can, know that there are going to be some days where you have more energy and you can get those things done more quickly and easily. And there are going to be days where you're low energy or life seems hard, and we just do the best we can to get through. It comes with knowing little tips and tricks that can help yourself feel better, but also just expecting that it's not going to be perfect and you can still do the system anyway. I wrote a recent blog post about how I think one of the biggest lessons we can learn is we don't always have to start over when something doesn't seem to be working. Sometimes it's not about looking for another system. The Sidetracked home executives created this card index system in the 1970s. I've heard so many of you say that your mother or grandmother had used this system. So maybe it's about resetting our thinking. Instead of starting over, just reset your mind and pick the system back up again. Don't worry about going backwards to catch all the things you didn't get done. Just start where you are today and go forward. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, sidetracked, or like you're drowning in planning but not doing, I hope this gives you a fresh perspective. The index card system isn't about perfection. It's about finding a rhythm that works for you and letting simple tools support your home and your life. Before I wrap up today's video, I want to share something new I'm really excited about. I've been getting so many questions from you about how to start or personalize your own index card system that I decided to start offering one-on-one coaching calls. These will be short 30-minute sessions where I'll help you create a version of the system that fits your home and your routines. I'm opening a wait list this week, so if you'd like to be the first to know when booking opens, head over to the link in the description below and add your name. I'll be sharing all the details soon, and my first sessions will officially open on November 2nd. I can't wait to help you get your cards set up and finally feel in control of your home again. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope this finds you well. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.